Over hoods where we don't even own the building. Claiming the block, that's gonna probably claim my children. Dear Philadelphia, this is how I'm feeling.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Everything Philly Podcast, your platform for information and entertainment, as well as hitting some hard topics. I'm Sharice.
Lil Rob in the building.
And welcome to another episode of Everything Philly. What are we talking about today? Uh-oh. What's that?
Money.
Money?
Wants versus needs.
Okay.
Wants versus needs.
Wants versus needs.
How many ways can we go? So, for the last few days, I've been thinking about this topic, and I was talking to a couple people about it. And you get different perspectives from different age groups. The older people comes with similar thoughts. Younger people are kind of all over the place. But wants versus needs can go so many different ways. Is crazy because you say it and you're like, oh, I know what I want. I know what I need. But then when it really comes down to it, do you really know what you want and what you need? Can you really separate the two?
I want to say yes. I think I can. I think I can separate the two, the wants and the needs.
So when it comes down to wants, do you think you deserve to have wants?
Sometimes.
Like when?
Sometimes I do. I feel like if you work hard, and there's something that you want, just or desire, um, and if you can afford it, I think it's okay.
I think you should have sat on the other side of the mic because you can't talk that way.
All right. So
Can we
how,
get a
a
little
microphone
microphone
adjustment,
adjustment
please?
over here? 1 second. You're gonna keep catching her turning, and maybe put her on the other side because she's gonna keep looking at me trying to talk.
Look into your eyes. Is that good?
Yeah, I think it's too far away because you still ain't gonna talk into it. Yeah.
Like that?
Yep.
All right.
Can you hear her?
Can you hear me? All right.
See, you caught a little vaccine shots.
Yeah. Behind the scenes.
Okay, so finish what you're saying.
I think I can separate the wants versus the needs. I think you have to understand that wants are just desires. It's not something that is detrimental. You can live with or without it. Whereas a need is something that you have to have. It is detrimental.
We get all that, but you saying you
Okay.
think you do deserve your wants.
Oh, I definitely think sometimes, not all the time.
Okay, give me an instant where you desire, where you should definitely have your wants.
Um I think okay, so if I've been working like really hard, just a little bit out of the ordinary, and maybe I've done some extra things, I've earned, a couple extra dollars, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna treat myself because I work really hard. I have the extra money from working hard. I'm gonna treat myself.
So then you deserve to go
So
and
then I
get what you want.
deserve to
Get
treat
what you want.
myself, get what I want.
Okay, so now let's throw a little curveball into that situation. You have been working all month. You made more money than you normally make to take care of all your needs.
Mm-hmm.
So you got your mind set. You look, I'm doing this because I want that. I want these Beyonce tickets. I'm going to see that show,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
But before you actually get that paycheck, someone smacks into your car.
Then I think it should be obvious that I can't get those Beyonce tickets now because I got to get my car fixed.
But your wants is so demanding. You find this set. There's no way in the world this is going to stop you because this is going to make your day.
So the only way that nothing is going to be able to stop me is I got to come up with a quick little hustle to get up the extra money. But I'm not going to spend the money on Beyonce tickets if I somebody just smashed into my car. So I think that's when we have to determine like the wants and the needs. We got to learn how to prioritize.
I mean, but some people prioritize by saying, okay, I ain't even worry about it. The insurance is going to pay for that, so I can still go get me a rental car for right now. And I'm going to see Beyonce. Insurance gonna take care of that. I don't even care.
My mindset isn't that way. I'm gonna be concerned about the car. I'm gonna wonder like if I have to pay a deductible, which is usually gonna be the first 500. So like that's my Beyonce tickets right there. If I
You
buy
ain't getting no Beyonce tickets for no 500. Cut it out.
okay, so I got five, so then I'm short. So I'm in a pickle, and I feel like is it worth like the stress that I'm about to take myself through to decide if I'm gonna go to Beyonce or take care of my car?
All right, so I mean, I think you're just saying that because you knew I was gonna bring up this topic. You was prepared to go because if I threw it at you from a curveball from around the corner, I'd be like, "Yo, let's do this" or whatever, whatever, whatever. You can be like, "Let's go."
No,
But
I think I'm pretty good with prioritizing wants and needs. I think I'm pretty good with understanding that some things just aren't that important. I think you've helped me with understanding to be grateful for the things that I have cuz sometimes we're not grateful for those small things.
she's cheating because I brought up these topics to her a little earlier, and she's using my lines because before I even asked her no questions,
No,
so
I'm
she's
I'm just
cheating.
showing how
She's
you
cheating.
how you gave me clarity and how
And
I listen to you and it's helping me to grow.
okay, because my one of the questions that we was talking about earlier, well, some of the topics we was talking about earlier is with the wants and needs, and some people get so caught up in their wants that they don't appreciate what they have already. So they not happy with taking care of their needs because they just want more and more and more. But then at the same time, they don't understand that their wants, because they want this what they want so bad is going to make them happy. But then they ain't looking at they just only gonna make them happy momentarily. Like when you get something new, you love it for that moment, but then it wears off. So now you didn't put your mortgage behind or your car note behind or your children's birthday kids gift behind because you wanted this thing so bad. So now you're going to be miserable because now you got to work overtime. Now you got to find some other kind of way to catch up on them 2 months now instead of one because you wanted that thing so bad. So you don't get the time to spend with your kid. You don't get the time to spend with your mate. You don't get the time to hang out with your girlfriends or whatever it is that you normally do that takes your mind off the stressful days. You can't do because you got to put in that overtime because you wanted that thing so bad. So now it's messed up your life because of your wants.
I think that's an insecure person.
Really?
Mhm. Because if a secure person is going to be able to make the decision over wants and needs, especially when in a case that I'm gonna go hang out or spend money on tickets or whatever the analogy was that you use instead of paying my rent or paying my mortgage. It sounds like that person is so caught up in how they're being perceived and how they're being judged and trying to keep up with the Joneses that they're letting their priorities go to the side. That's an insecure person.
I mean, I guess majority of the world is insecure then because you don't put things in the right perspective when you want something. It's like you deserve to have it. Like you on this earth because everything is on this earth is for you. So why should I suffer? Why should I not have it?
I mean, you're going to suffer in the long run because having it is putting you in a financial situation.
But who thinks about the long run?
A secure person, a person that knows how to prioritize, a responsible person. A responsible person is not going to, I mean, for example, let's be real about the Beyonce tickets. So we had a lot going on during that time that Beyonce came out. And I specifically remember like, I can't spend $700 on Beyonce tickets when I know we were trying to make some business moves and do some things. You don't even like Beyonce, so you weren't gonna
I
go.
didn't say I don't like
I mean,
Beyonce.
no, not that you don't like Beyonce, but you weren't interested in going to a show. You felt like that was something to do with my girls. So now I'm spending $700 on tickets. I gotta have an outfit, and the the whole shebang. But yet, I just got a brand new car. Um, Holidays are coming up. We have travel plans, so I had to prioritize. We have
I think you ain't want to go because you thought I was going to be mad at you
what for spending that amount of money on the
on the
tickets?
Beyonce. And plus, I gave you an option. I said, don't worry about it. When they come on the big screen, we could go in the lounge. You can watch it on the big screen. You can turn the music up real loud, like you front stage. I'll rub your feet. I'll feed you. We're gonna be front and center with Beyonce.
He definitely convinced me to have a Renaissance party here. But no, I really had to think about the things that we already had going on. I didn't feel comfortable. I could have went. I had the money. I even had a girlfriend was like, "Look, I'll pay for it and we'll set it up later." I could have easily took her up on that offer. But I didn't feel comfortable doing that because I knew on the other hand things that we needed to do.
So, do you agree when I say that your wants can make you miserable
Absolutely your
by
wants.
going after your wants?
It can. If you're not in the right mind space, it's okay to go after your wants. Like it's things that I want and I'll save for it. I'll save a little bit of money out of this paycheck or the money from the lounge or whatever because it's something that I want. So I save for it. That's not going to make me miserable because it's like a goal that I'm working towards. I'm not letting a bill go for this brand new purse and I got this brand new Gucci bag, but
Look how
my
your face lit up when you said that.
yeah, but it's about to go the other way around. I got this brand new Gucci bag, but my account is in the negative. Or I didn't pay my mortgage, and you looking at me like, why I get a text that the mortgage ain't paid, but you got a brand new Gucci bag on your arm. Like,
I don't think I'm gonna be that calm about
no, you're not gonna be that calm about it. But
it.
but I wouldn't do that. Like you have to be in a that's a responsible person to be able to make that decision. I
Yeah, I mean, I can agree to a certain extent, but I'm just talking about for the majority of people. Like, I see it every day. I see people going out behind their means. I guess everybody say you live behind your means,
mhm.
but like I said, nowadays it's not about the future. It's not about tomorrow. It's right now. I want right now. I want satisfaction right now. This is all about me. This is my life. Life too short. I might
Yeah,
die
that's
tomorrow,
what I
so
was gonna
why I need
say.
to wait until tomorrow to get what I need today? But then when you don't die, now it's just like a addict. They know what they're doing is wrong. They understand what's going on. But soon as a little bit of pressure comes, they run to go get that drug of choice, right?
Mhm.
And you say, why do you do it? And you know you got because I just needed to get away. But what happened when you came down off that high? It was twice as bad. But what's the point? I don't get it. For that 5 minutes of glory, now you got weeks, months, years, the rest of your life to pay for it. Like I don't get that part.
And that's that mindset with trying to keep up with the Joneses or people are worried about how they're perceived and how they're looked at. People want to live this life that's not really their life. So they go and get all these things that they desire and want. And like the reality of it is they're broke, they haven't paid their bills. So it's a mindset.
Why you just can't
Also, people have this thing now, like this whole YOLO thing. You only live once, and like you said, I'm not promised tomorrow. But I think that that is just like a quick comfort level for them to go ahead and make that what they know is a bad decision.
mm, I don't know what it is, but I think I could make a little sacrifice today to be happy tomorrow. That's
Yeah.
the way I look at things. Like, there's nothing in this world right now. I mean, I guess that's because we need to do an episode on me. We need to go ahead and do a whole little show on me. I think it's time for that right now
Hmm.
because I've been beating bits and pieces here and there, but I think it's time to get in my story.
I do too.
You ready for it?
I'm ready. Are you
Sure,
ready?
sure. There's a lot. No,
I'm
but
ready.
listen, I think us as our people, like we've been in the clutches for so long that we feel good. Like if every day could be Christmas, then we want Christmas every day. And when you get that new gift or that new whatever, you get to go to this new restaurant, you get to enjoy this moment right now. You want to do it because it's something that we don't get often. Like we're in the struggle, we're in the struggle every day, but that's our mindset that's in that struggle. If we
Mhm.
let that struggle go and take care of our priorities, we'll have everything we want later on. like a lifetime of happiness just for a moment of sacrifice.
I think people want and desire the wrong things. People want and desire like all the materialistic things. And those are the things that don't matter. But again, everybody wants to be looked at a certain way. Everybody wants to have this certain type of persona. So they go out and they thrive off of those materialistic
But
things.
this new thing that's going on is called cut and paste.
The copy and paste on social media.
No, yeah, I mean, listen, I don't have to be where you was at last night, but I was at this banging ass club. Look, I got pictures of it, and I got
Yeah,
the
because it's
diamonds
all
and
about that
jewelry.
perception.
But hey,
Everyone
so why can't I do that? Why can't I just fake it and still save and make my money? And when it's time to show off, I could do it. But right now, whether it's copy and paste, I said cut
copy
and
and paste,
paste.
cut and paste, same. It's pretty much the same
See, I'm
thing,
so
but
far behind, but don't worry about it. I'm gonna
no,
do what I gotta do.
they get it. You're not that far off. I just think people are just like really jaded and just really caught up in likes and how
Drugs.
how people look at them. They want to be known as him or her. Everybody wants to be her. Everybody wants to be him. They want to be that person. They want to
Why?
look like they're living their best lives because everybody wants to be on top of the world.
You think so? I don't think everybody wants to be on top of the world because there's a lot of people that can't stand being on top of the world. They can't stand that pressure of being looked at every day, the spotlight on you. So I
Yeah,
can't.
those aren't the people that we see on social media every day, though.
I mean, some of the same people that be on social media is those people, but they are not the ones that want to be on the front line. They want to be there. If you on the front line, I want to be right on your right side. Like, yeah, we did this together, but you can't do it. But you're going to still perpetrate it like you are doing it.
I mean, I also feel like people don't know who they are. So then they try to mimic what they think is the lifestyle or is the person to be or try to be like the next person. They don't know who they are. They don't love who they are. So they try to be something else or they try to mask it behind all the materialistic things.
So let's talk about celebrities or sports. So you think they don't love who they are?
A lot of them know.
I think they definitely love who they are. I think they love the fact that they're a household name, but they may not know who they are, but they definitely love who they are.
I don't think they all do. I think they're just caught up in the job and the lifestyle. They have to be who their agents and their managers are telling them to
I
be.
don't agree with that. I don't agree. Maybe later on in life, after they got 10 years, 15 years in, but when they first come into and they get that first $1 million deal, they love who they are. They
Well,
may
yeah,
not
in that
know who they
moment,
are. I mean,
yeah.
a couple years down there, when they get their second contract or whatever, they definitely love who they are. They going out in glory. That contract is gone before it even hit the bank. So they definitely love who they are. But at that point, I don't think they know who they are. They just know they made it. But who they are, they don't know. That's why they buying all that stuff. So they create that identity to be who everybody else love.
I think they I think they love the idea, but I just hear so many celebrities when you do those interviews and they say like they really weren't happy. They had all this money and they were on camera living their best life, but like deep down inside they weren't happy. They were just
After,
doing those things.
after,
But
after.
you hear them talk about it like even during those times
I
they
never
weren't
heard
really.
nobody, not one person sit there say at that time when they first got that contract, when they first made it on TV, they did that first show or whatever it was. I never heard nobody say they wasn't in a good place at that time.
I
Never.
disagree.
Okay, name them.
You always say name. I'm just saying this over
Cause you
time I've
always
heard.
just talking.
I'm not just talking, but I've heard celebrities say
Who?
that this is what had to be. They
Who?
had to. I can't name them off the top of my head.
Oh, you
We can
said
agree to disagree,
celebrities.
but I can't sit here and say, "Oh, so and so said this that time," and in this interview, so and so said this. But everyone knows that there have been celebrities that have come out to say
Mary
that
J.
they weren't happy. Who?
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, she was very unhappy for a long period of time. And she was unhappy during the times that she made her hottest songs.
Later.
What you mean later? Later down the line, what?
when
She was
made a hot
unhappy?
song since she was getting abused by the men
That
and
was her
all that.
first album. What's the 411? Was her
Oh no,
worst
that's your
time in
girl. That ain't
life.
my girl. I just came up with somebody because I know you like them.
Oh well, that was a good one because
Stop
yes.
hitting the mic with your big ass head.
These big
Oh
ass
my God.
earphones.
Jeez.
Um, yeah, Mary J. Blige was one that was very unhappy. Even in the beginning, she was loving the idea of making the money and having the fans and people appreciating her, but she wasn't a happy person because behind the scenes she was going through hell.
I'm going to read up on it.
Go ahead.
Got a bet?
Yeah, in a bet. What's the 411? Like that was her
What's the
most
bet?
pain. What is the bet?
I'm asking you.
I don't know. You ain't gonna win that bet with Mary because that's my girl.
That's why you couldn't say no names.
I couldn't think of it right off the top of my head, but
So, for the most part,
mhm.
do you agree with me when I say people don't understand their wants and their needs? I mean, they may understand it, but they don't care about it.
I agree that they sometimes, yeah, that they don't care enough to be able to balance the two.
So if you have everything you want, no, if you have everything you need, can you be happy?
You should be. If you
No,
have
you.
all me, if I
Yes.
have everything I need, can I be happy?
Yes.
And that doesn't even include materialistic things.
That include everything. You have
Right.
everything you need. Can
Can
you
I
be
be
happy?
happy? I think so.
Even if something new come out tomorrow and you want it so bad you can't get it.
It's a lot. Yeah, I can still be happy because that's a want. My mom used to tell us all the time when we always wanted something, wanted something, wanted something. And she was like, "You old enough for your wants not to hurt. You don't have to always have something. You have what you need. So your wants is not gonna hurt you if you don't get it."
Did you take that in?
Yeah, I take it. I took it in. That's how come I can very clearly understand and distinguish and make the decisions based on wants and needs. Because I want a lot of stuff, but you don't never hear me say I ain't pay a bill or I didn't do something because I did
You told me you wanted $957 million.
$1 billion. And he said that was ridiculous. That was greedy.
Who needs $957 million?
So I did not come up with that number.
It
I did
don't
not come
matter.
up
It
with that
don't matter.
number.
I asked
He
you.
threw that number out there and asked would I be happy with it. And I said, hell yeah.
No, I did not.
What did you say?
I said that is a lot of freaking money. Who
But-
needs that much money?
But
I said,
how
you
did that
need
number come about?
Because we was watching something and it came up, it popped up.
Okay.
And I said, do you need that much money? You was like, yeah. And I said, why? And you said, so I don't never have to worry about a bill again. I said, a bill for $957 million.
Yes, I can pay all my bills, cut the check, and I'm cool. I don't have to worry. I don't got to think twice. Let the bill come in, pay it in full.
And you know how much her bills came into? If she paid everything, her student, know how much it came into? $150,000.
No, it did not.
Yes, it did.
Nuh-uh.
I mean, it probably wasn't that much. I'm saying you didn't need $150,000.
I think we got the $2 million.
No, we got the $2 million with buying a house, a car, furniture in the house, the jewelry, buying your kids something, and everything else. You said, no, you got the $5 million with all that. Because you wanted to buy your school. So your school was $2.5 million. So I said, okay, everything you want in life came up to $5 million. Let's give you an extra $7 million to put in the bank in case that first life don't work. You got another $5 million to try it the second time. You still had $2 million in the bank. And you was like, yeah, that's good. I said, well, then why the hell do you need $957 million? Who needs $957 million?
I didn't say I needed
Yes,
it.
you did.
Okay.
Billionaires don't have $957 million just sitting around. They might be worth billions, but they don't have.
I would probably be a
957
philanthropist and I would donate to charities and things like that. It's a lot of charities. It's a lot of giving
So
that I would love to do. I would turn some neighborhoods all around, like
so
transform
so
neighborhoods.
you will wait till you get $957 million to do that?
Maybe not. No, I wouldn't wait till I get to that.
You're
I'm
stuck.
talking about no, 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 no. If I had the money, and it doesn't have to be $900 million to do it. If I had the money before I get to the $900 million to do it, yes, I would do it. But you're saying if I had that, if I had $900 million, what would I do with it? So yeah, I only came up with 5 million. That's personal. But I see a lot of neighborhoods that I would turn around and abandoned buildings. I wouldn't just sit on it just to say I'm rich and I got all this
You
money.
could do all that with probably $5 million.
Mm-mm.
You can what? Turn a neighborhood down around with five
Five
million
the five
dollars?
million, but you gonna give me an extra 5 million on top of the 5 million that it took care of my
Yeah,
personal?
you could do way. You could do that with 500,000. You could turn a neighborhood around with 500,000. That's one of the reasons why I don't like a lot of celebrities because they start there talking about, oh yeah, I do charity, I do charity, I do charity. But when do our communities to see anything? When do we get to see something? And we got some people, the celebrities that came out of our hood, out of our neighborhoods, but shit, our recreation center don't look like it's worth $500.
Yeah, I would do things like that.
Oh, you're now $157
I
million.
would not, yeah. I would travel and do it.
She
To
gonna be on
different
her. She gonna be on her
states.
personal jet. Like, okay, I'm
Mhm.
going to donate $10,000
I
to
wouldn't
this
just write the check. I would
schoolyard.
I would be there. I want to open schools. I would be there and get it started. I would be in it.
So, do you think $957 million will cause you more problems?
It probably would. I probably would have all types of people coming out the woodwork. I see what you're saying. I'm gonna have to get security and all that stuff.
You're
And then
gonna
I'm
be
never
like,
gonna be able to sleep at night because somebody's gonna always be in my pockets and wondering and
you're gonna be like Rick
following me.
Ross.
I'm not gonna
You're gonna be like Rick Ross
have
with
my own
security
fort
all the way around
with
his house,
snipers.
snipers.
Yeah,
That's how you gonna be.
I don't want to live
Just
like that.
wasting money. She's
I
he
don't want to.
living in Miami, but he got snipers at his house in Atlanta. Oh, you're so brilliant.
I mean, I do know, like Biggie said, more money, more problems. I get it. That number was just thrown out there. But if by chance we happen to hit the lottery and that's the number, you ain't gonna turn it down.
You're not gonna hit the lottery.
I'm just saying if, hypothetically speaking, just like I'm not gonna get $900 billion. But we're
It's 8 billion. I
hypothetically
said million.
speaking, million. We're just hypothetically speaking. I wouldn't just
Anyway,
sit on it though.
let's get our priorities in order, people, so we can grow as a nation. Wants and needs.
Wants versus needs. I think it should be very clear though what your wants are and what your needs are. I don't think it's hard.
What is your wants?
My wants. You talking about materialistic things or just in
No.
general? I want to be happy. Not that I'm not, but just happier. I
Y'all heard
want,
that, right? She want to be happy.
I want, I, oh, we
That's what you
switching it around.
said.
Just complete happiness, um, financial stability. Um,
Can you have financial stability living in the projects?
you could, you
Could you be
could.
happy?
For some people, it could.
I said you.
Me,
Could you be happy?
I personally, no, because I'm, because I'm gonna want more.
For them months. Oh yes.
All right, point taken. You couldn't be happy in the projects, but I feel like the projects, that housing isn't forever. That was that is to be a start for you to grow. I don't think you should aspire to just be. I mean, unless for me personally, I don't aspire to just stay in that in an apartment. Eventually, I'd like to have a home with a backyard and for me, like living in a project's not because it's a project, because but living in an apartment living is not for me.
It's weird because you go from apartment to a house to apartment because once people get of age, they don't want to walk up the steps no more, and they don't want to take care of the grass. They don't want to take care of a whole house. They go back to apartment. So you start off in apartment, You work your whole life just to get a house, and then you get old when nobody's around, and you don't want to go up and down the steps, and you don't want to go cut the lawn, and you don't want to pay nobody to shovel snow, and you don't want to have all these repairs. So now you want to go to a house. I mean, back to apartment.
I don't want to go back to an apartment.
I said for most.
For
older
most.
people.
Yeah, I guess people
They
kind
want
of
to
go that direction
downsize.
because after maybe they upgraded at some point because they have families, they have kids, and then when the kids start growing and they start their own families, and it's just husband and wife or whoever, it's just them. Then they want to downgrade to something that's just suitable for them. They don't have that big family there anymore.
Well, folks, get your priorities in order. This one is confused right here.
How am I confused? I don't think I'm confused. You think I'm confused? I don't think I'm confused.
Think she's confused?
Am I confused? I'm confused.
Wag, wag, wag.
How am I confused? I know what my wants and my needs are
You want to be happy.
in all aspects.
Oh,
Not just
now.
talking about a relationship. I'm just saying happy with everything. Happy financially, happy professionally. Like just pure happiness. Like not a whole bunch of issues and problems and all of that.
Who create the problems?
People,
You.
I can.
You do.
I said I can. I'm not perfect. I know I can create some things,
No, I'm not saying
but I'm also
right now. I'm
accountable.
just
No, not right
saying
now,
that
but
people create their own problems. They want, and they never appreciate what they have.
and that is true. But since we're talking about me, and that's what I was giving you your props earlier by saying, like, I personally know how to distinguish between wants and needs. I think I prioritize very well because if I didn't, we had some issues because you know how I'm always wanting stuff. Now I like to shop, but I don't. So I know the difference between the wants and the needs.
Well, folks, that'll be it for tonight. Cherise in the corner.
You didn't catch me in a corner.
Don't
I'm
forget to
very clear.
subscribe.
Like.
Follow.
I'm not confused. Very aware.
Good night.
See y'all.